Good morning everybody. Today I'm at Ryhope Cemetery at Ryhope on the edge of Sunderland. Probably can't see it on the camera, but in the far distance you can see the North Sea. Looking very blue today. It's a gorgeous Sunday morning, so I just thought I'd come back to Ryhope Cemetery. It was opened 23rd November 1898. I did do a video here about, it's probably 5 months ago, I think it was last end of October, November, started November, something like that. It was a weekday evening, but I always want to come back because you can never cover most of these places even in just 18 minutes, and I try not to do them into two parts, but it's an impressive sight. Looks like two cemetery chapels. One's probably for Anglicans and the other one's probably for everybody else. So, with it being a Ryhope colliery, we'll probably come across lots of people who sadly lost their life, young men and even women, because they did unfortunately have accidents where people who were looking for coal on pits and crossing the railway lines often had tragic accidents. I'm going to start on this side because the last time I had to rush this particular bit, but also there's Commonwealth grave headstones in this particular cemetery as well. We'll see if we can see some great names and epitaphs and bits of local history and surnames as well. First thing I've just spotted there is, I thought it was nigh Bradwell, but it looks like that Annie, the other part of it has come off. But that's no, I'm wrong. It's actually, if I can get down here, unless something's come off there, nigh Bradwell, the beloved son of William and Annis Bradwell, who died March the 3rd, 1906, ages 38 years. Hannah Lee, the beloved wife of Robert Smith of Thristly House, Burden. Burden's a little village just outside the edge of Sunderland. It must only be a couple of miles away from here. Literally, if you follow that camera, go over the top of the hill, go around a bit, you'll come to Burden. It's a lovely little village. Ryhope's close to Sunderland, Silksworth, Tunstall, Burden, so there'll be there's also a church at Silksworth as well, so there's a bit of a crossover where people might be buried. So before this, Ryhope had a burial ground at St Paul's Churchyard, which is just down the road, probably about a mile away. I mention it there. That's Jane Ann, the beloved wife of Thomas Lund, and also Mary, and it mentions Mary's buried at St Paul's, where it just says Ryhope Churchyard. Good northern names there: Elliot, Davidson, Scott, more Scott, Carr. There's a big influx of people in the second half of the 1800s to Ryhope with the pit. And then we've got James, beloved son of Dickinson and Jane Jameson, who died 1906. She was 36 years, and also Thomas, Joseph and Dickinson, their beloved children who died in infancy. Surname there, Lightly. A few bluebells out. We'll go and have a look at some of these Commonwealth grave headstones, see who they remembered. That's a great headstone memorial. That's William Prest. Who's this? Looks like a Borrowdale one actually. There's a big influx of people from Ireland and Scotland. There's S. Mason, just an ordinary seaman, RN JX, HMS Royal Arthur, 2nd of December 1939, age 21. God will link the broken chain closer when we meet again. So I don't know anything about this particular gentleman, but 2nd of December 1939, the war had just been going a few months, possibly died in action or died at sea. But if you Google him, you'll find a lot out about him. And there's T College, Scots Guards, 3rd of March 1943, ages 22. The Lord is my shepherd, therefore can I lack nothing. This looks really clean and white, this one looks like. And that's W. Hutchinson, Lieutenant Corporal of the Somerset Light Infantry, 9th of January 1941, age 33. That looks like quite new, that. Thoughts drift back to bygone days, times move on, but memories stay. Stuart, who watches his videos, or no, he mentioned that families, you had to pay to get these epitaphs on, and it was so many pence per letter. So that's why you see some which don't have any on at the bottom, and some that do, or some might just have a couple of words. A bit sheltered down there. And there's a great big field, an empty field next to it, so I don't know if that's just local recreation land or it's set aside for the future. So you never get far away from casualties of the Great War, especially this time period. In loving memory of Isabella, beloved wife of Ralph Harrison, and we've also got Thomas Ellis, beloved son of the above, killed in France, July the 1st, 1916, aged 33 years. We should know that date, won't we? First day of the Battle of the Somme. So he will be buried in France. There were soldiers who were injured in France and the body but died over in the UK in wounds or infection. Hopefully we'll see some Edwin Smythe, which I think we have already. I'll just James T. Brown. I'll have a look, you can see a little bit of the mosaics left, some of it's gone, and there's his inscription, Smythe, Edwin Smythe, and that's in cherished memory of my dear husband James T. Brown, who died after active service August the 22nd, 1920, aged 26 years. I had planned to go across over probably Mere Knowles or Whitburn this morning, but there's the half marathon on, so lots of the roads are closed, so I've come here. Oh, in loving memory of George William, the beloved son of William and Thomasina Musk, who was accidentally killed at Ryhope Colliery. Musk, I wonder if it's any relation to Eno. I think his family do have roots in England. It's a great name, and there's still a few Lemons about today in loving memory of Elizabeth, the beloved wife of Joseph Lemon. Another there's a ferry. I've forgotten there's this section over here as well down there. You know what I did? I've done a few videos lately where I mentioned when it's over in southwest Durham about these porcelain ones. Dearly beloved daughter of John J and Eliza Sanderson of Seaview, Ryhope, who died June the 3rd, 1934, result of accident, aged 9 years. Silent thoughts bring secret tears. So tragedy for that family. I've never noticed that one before. I don't know what the accident was. And then here, I think this is another Edwin Smythe one. It's this lettering which is distinct. Thomas Armand Sackell. I can never know how to pronounce that surname. Born 1856, died 1939. Also Isabel Salkeld or Sackeld. There's a football player for my team, Dartmouth. I think it's Sackeld. See, I can't pronounce it. And now we've got another. In loving memory of Philip F.T. Herbert, the beloved husband of Rachel Herbert, who was accidentally killed at Ryhope Colliery, April 16th, 1914, aged 32 years. At his age, he could have gone across to France and fought in the war, but probably was one of those people who had a reserved occupation, so it was still dangerous, just staying at home. And we've got loads of Commonwealth graves down in this section. Private Barnes, Yorkshire Regiment, 1915, aged 23. Look at that, he laid his richest gift on the altar of duty, his life. And then we've got W. Marshall, Patterson. And we'll just see, I've probably looked at 20 headstones in loving memory of my dear son, Christopher Fishwick, who was accidentally killed at Ryhope Colliery. October the 30th, 1916, aged 40 years. I actually know some Fishwicks from Barnard Castle, and their roots are, I think, over here. It was 40 years. No one knew the parting or what the parting cost, but the Lord, in his great mercy, has gained what we have lost. That's a great stone up there. You can see Bunny, B-U-N-N-E-Y. And here we have, turn around. Sadly this one has toppled over, but again I think this one's an Edwin Smythe, got that ornate design on it. He must have been busy or had a team of workers, because he did garden festivals and things like that, went around the country in competitions as well as doing this. Absolutely gorgeous morning. Oh, John Smith, ex-Inspector of Police, died December the 22nd, 1925. And here we've got another, oh no, might be, that other one I just mentioned, it could actually be Borrowdale Brothers. The sons of a Barnard Castle man. I did a video I did the other day at Starford. I mentioned their uncle. He built the church at Starford that we did the video at. It's a lovely spot down here, and that's a gorgeous memorial. Sacred to the memory of George. Sadly, it's in separate pieces, but it's a lovely, lovely stone. And we're actually next. Sadly, that's collapsed. And that's for members of the Lorraine family. Henrietta Bussey or Bussey. This is what we do. We're next to Sunderland RCA Football Club. I always remember this because I came to watch my team Dalton play here when we were in the Northern League. It must be about 10 years ago. Got a bit of a slope, that pitch, but it's a lovely little ground. There's a couple of squirrels watching me. There it is, running across. We've seen all sorts. I'm sure I saw hares at Bishop Autumn the other day. Burnip. Just got a couple of minutes left on the video. And here we've got another private Mason, Pioneer Corps. And then we've got James and Mary Billinghurst. And then sadly, loving memory of John Edward, beloved husband of Rachel Taylor. He died from injuries received at Ryhope Colliery, May the 5th, 1929, aged just 40 years. I've seen it's a great surname, Crago, C-R-A-G-O. And then we've got another lemon. I will take a few pictures of some of these headstones after the video and put them on my Facebook page, Life and Death, in a northern town. It might also be in Sunderland history, and also Friends of Sunderland Cemeteries groups later today. Do you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of like somewhere like the entrance to Auschwitz, that cemetery chapel. It's not as gothic as some of the other ones you see, probably because of its 1890, what did I say, 1898, whereas some of the other ones that I've looked at in Sunderland, they're all about 1850s when they were built, or a little bit later, but this is quite a late one, so it's rather more functional. Right, I want to thank everybody for watching this particular video. If you could do me a big favour, click on the subscribe if you enjoyed watching my videos, and give it a like if you want. So thank you very much for watching. I will see you next time. Take care.